Hi guys, today I'm going to be doing an advice video, and I've never really done one of these before, but I thought it would be a fun little thing to do occasionally on this channel. And I don't really have any cool name. Like, the coolest thing I have is like Advice with Lindsey. So if you have any names that have to do with like me and me giving advice that we could name these videos, comment down below and I would love to know your name suggestions because I got nothing. So I just tweeted out saying that I'm filming this video, and if you guys wanted any help with anything then you could tweet me and ask. So my Twitter is @beautybaby44 if you want to participate in the next one of these. But here's my phone, so I'm just going to see what you guys are saying. It's Alyssa DL says, how to be more confident and how to deal with broken friendships. So I don't know if you guys know, but as for being more confident, I actually have a whole video called Confidence on my main channel, and I will link that below because I feel like it would take me a really long time to talk about this in this video, but I really like that video. That's one of my favorite videos that I've ever done. It was back when I had blonde hair, so you might be like, what the heck? That's old Lindsey, but I really still like the content of the video, so I will link that down below if you guys are interested in that. Then she asked how to deal with broken friendships. So this is something that I'm actually currently dealing with at the moment and have dealt with a few times in my life. And I would just say really you just have to surround yourself with people that make you happy and not focus on that so much. Just remember that I truly believe that everything happens for a reason. So the reason you're not friends anymore is for a reason. If you really left feelings unsaid and you left it in a bad way and you are feeling and you can't stop thinking about that, then I would recommend maybe talking to the person if you do want to repair the friendship. But if it's just something that's done and over with, then you really just need to surround yourself with good people and just remember that as I said, everything happens for a reason and that you're going to be better off in the long run. It might feel like it's this huge burden now, but it really was probably for the best. XOXO Shan XOXO says, do you have any guy advice? Now, I'm not the best person to ask for this because I don't have much experience with guys and boyfriends and stuff like that. But guy advice I have is just to really stay true to you, and don't be fake to try to make a guy like you. And I know sometimes it might feel like you're the only one that doesn't have a boyfriend. All of your friends seem to have a boyfriend or someone that they're talking to, and you just feel really kind of lonely and left out of that, because I definitely have experienced that. Just remember that you don't need to find your husband and your Prince Charming when you're in middle or high school. You really don't. All that time is just for learning. Same with in college and things like that. You really don't feel like you need to find a person and be with a person, because it really it's not the most important thing in the world, and you will have so much time for that later in life. So just remember that. Savannah_moi says, a girl at my school hates me and I have literally no idea why. What should I do? I would recommend approaching, or maybe not approaching her, maybe messaging her on Facebook or something like that, if you're scared to actually go up, because I feel like girls can be very fake in person, and she just might be like, what are you talking about? I don't hate you at all. I would recommend messaging her on Facebook and saying something like, hi, I've heard from a lot of different people that you really don't like me, and I was just wondering if I did something to you, and I really don't like having tension with people, and I really just want to say I'm sorry if I did something to you, and I hope you could forgive me, and I hope we can move past this or something like that. Sorry, I don't really know. That's a tough situation, because I don't know if you actually want to be friends with her or not, if you want to repair things. But I wouldn't recommend going up to her in person, probably, because as I said, girls can be very fake in person. So I would recommend approaching her that way and just be very nice about it and say, I'm sorry if I did anything to offend you, like I said, and I hope we can move past this because it's silly and I don't want to have drama with you. Victoria_Smith4 says, how to deal with guys that are obsessed with you and your friends. So, if you don't have any interest in the guys and you want them to stop being obsessed with you and your friends, the best thing you can do really is just to ignore them, kill them with kindness. Don't be mean, but just like ignore them and just hopefully they will get the message. Guys are so bad sometimes at not like understanding that we don't like have interest in them and that we're just not interested. Guys are very bad sometimes at that, but the best thing you can do really is just to ignore them, because if you start talking to them, they might think that you want to be more than friends, and then it's just gonna get bad. So yeah, just try to ignore them. Mia Love BB44, or my friend Mia, says, I really need some advice on how to make the perfect top knot. Love you. So I've done a top knot in a few videos, but basically how I do it is super simple. So I just go upside down and put my hair into a high ponytail, like in between the top of my head and like the crown of my head. I'll put it like right here. And so I use a separate hair tie and put it in a top ponytail, and then I will take the ponytail and I will twist it and just wrap it around my head, secure it with another hair tie, and then it'll probably be a little bit still loose, so then I would put in a couple of bobby pins. But I just do it very simply. I have a little hair donut that I use very occasionally, but I haven't like exactly mastered how to use the hair donut, so I just do it like that, just high ponytail, wrap it around until it gets to be a tight bun. It's very simple, and I've done it. I'll link a video below where I've done it. I think I did it in like a back to school hairstyles video or something like that, but I will link it down below to how I do it. At Sombrell says, how do you deal with people calling you names and getting picked on? So I think this is something that pretty much everyone experiences at least one point in their life, you know, getting made fun of or just getting picked on. It happens a lot in middle school and, you know, sometimes in high school too, and it's really just silly and catty. And I say if it really is getting to you and they're being really mean to you, then you really should talk to like a parent or an adult that you trust. If it really is like severe, you know, bullying. The best thing you can do really is just to ignore it. I know you've heard this probably so many times, but just to ignore it and act like it's not affecting you and they're not fazing you. But as I said, if it really is getting to you, I really think you should talk to someone. It will get better. Just remember that it will get better. And there's things like you can do like try to avoid those people like in the hallway or in class or something, just as much as you can. Just try to avoid them. ELE_no says, how to be sure to pick the right college, please. I need to find the right one and I am struggling and it scares the beep out of me. So how to find the right college really is a process, and it might not be something that happens quickly, but the best thing you can do is the schools that you're interested in, definitely tour them, and definitely I would say try to tour all the schools that you're applying to, either when you're applying, before you apply, or even after you get in. Definitely tour it before you make your final decision. For me, I know the school that I'm going to, and when I did tour it, I knew it was the school that I wanted to be at, and it was my favorite school that I toured. But then I had like a complete kind of 180 decision, and I decided, no, I don't want to go there. I want to go not to a specific school, but to a specific other place. And I was so set on that. And then I just realized, kind of after touring another school there, that I just wouldn't be happy there. When I toured the school that I originally fell in love with, I remembered that. I remember that feeling, and I didn't feel that for any of the other schools. So I really just recommend like touring a bunch of schools and like really trying to put yourself in the school and imagining what it would be like there. But even then, you might not instantly feel it. I think you really just have to take time and reflect on a lot of things. Like for me, weather was a big factor in my decision. I knew I couldn't be happy somewhere that was freezing. I knew I hated cold weather and I wanted to escape that as much as possible. But at the same time, I also looked into what I wanted to do and what school was the best choice for what I wanted to do and where I just really think I would be happiest. So, you know, hopefully I made the right decision, but even if you don't make the right decision, you can transfer schools so easily, and just don't stress about it, because a lot of people don't make the right decision the first time, but it's not a big deal because you will end up at the right place, in the place that you're meant to be, and I really believe that. But just do a lot of thinking and reflecting, and as I said, definitely touring. So hopefully that helped. Loves_Bridget says, I've been seeing this guy in the halls and I want to talk to him without it being awkward. Please help. Alright, so this is something that I've personally struggled with as well. And I feel like a good way to approach this is, like, since you're already at school, to kind of like ease into a conversation by talking about school, but like not, I don't know, and then you can like kind of like go into other things. So like hopefully maybe you guys have a class together and you can be like, hey, can you believe like blah 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 happened in Spanish class today? Or like, hey, did you like do the Spanish homework, because I totally like forgot what it was and didn't do it, or just something like that. Just like if you kind of like casually bring up school. I've definitely used this before. I've like brought up a class I had with like a guy and then like talked about other things, like, I don't know. But I feel like that can kind of help, because like, what if you, like, you can't just like go up to some guy at school and like just start talking about like nothing. You have to kind of like have something to talk about, and I know that's hard, but just kind of try to make it like as casual and like natural as you can. But once again, I'm not the best with these guy advice questions. Claudia Maya 24 says, hi, how can you concentrate when you have to study? I love your videos. So thank you so much. And really for me, the biggest thing is getting all distractions away from me, like putting my computer and my phone on the other side of the room and really just like sitting and studying what I need to study. And you know, it sucks and it is boring, but that's really the way that you have to do it sometimes. But I find that's just, if you have no distractions, it is so much easier, because if you have like your computer out and you're watching a YouTube video or something and you're trying to study, you're not going to be paying attention to like either thing, and it's just going to be bad. So you really just have to focus solely on the thing that you're studying, and yeah, it sucks, but it will make the time go by a lot faster if you just focus on that, rather than if you actually have a bunch of distractions out while you're trying to do it. It will make it like go so much slower and take so much longer. So that's a good thing, I guess, about it. Okay, this question is related to YouTube, and it's from @BeautyGuru159, and she says, filming, the right camera, and editing, please do this one. I really need help with it. XOXO. So, the right camera, I've gone through about like 3 or 4 cameras since I started YouTube. Really, to start off, you don't need an expensive DSLR camera. That's something way in the future if you decide that your videos are something you're really serious about, getting a nice camera. But you can get a decent camera. Like the camera I used to vlog is a pretty good camera, and I feel like it would be decent enough for beauty videos. It was like around $125, and that's pretty good. I would recommend like a nice digital camera. The camera I use for vlogging is the Canon ELPH. Let's see, it's right here. The Canon PowerShot ELPH 110HS. I really like it for vlogging, so I feel like it would be good for beauty videos. Just try out, like, go to a store if you're really trying to like find a decent camera, and like tell the people that you're going to be filming videos and you want to have decent quality. I would recommend getting an HD camera, but to have a good camera, it is gonna cost a little bit of money. And for editing, I don't do really anything special. I just use iMovie, and you're gonna pretty much need to use iMovie. So you can use like Windows Movie Maker, but I never knew like how to use that, and I don't think it comes with a lot of cool like effects and stuff, and I don't think it's really like enough. So iMovie comes on all Mac computers, so you're gonna pretty much need to have access to a Mac computer. When I started, I just used my mom's, and then I eventually paid for my own MacBook, and that's what I use now. But iMovie is all I use for editing, and I taught myself how to use it. You can YouTube like how to use iMovie, but it's actually very basic, and it just takes some time. Like, I would recommend probably like doing some videos before you get started that you're not gonna actually put up, and just practicing with basic editing techniques and things like that. There's so many videos on YouTube. I haven't personally done one just because there is so many videos on how to be a successful beauty guru. you will find so much tips on stuff like that. So definitely look up videos like that. And also another thing is lighting. Try to have some decent light like in front of you while you're filming. I use the Cowboy Studios 2 lighting stands set. They have so many sets. I don't know exactly what it's called, but I just use one of the lamps. I have it right in front of me right now, and I think it's enough lighting. So yeah. Forever Beebs _SXO says, I haven't had my first kiss yet and I am 15, and every time someone asks me, I'm embarrassed about it. Should I worry about it? Now, this is something I can definitely relate to because I didn't have my first kiss till I was 17. Yeah, it took me a really long time and I was so embarrassed about it. And I mean, I technically had my first kiss when I was 13, but like I don't count it because it was just like literally like it was less than a second long, and it was just like during a game of Truth or Dare. Like, it was the stupidest thing ever, so I don't even count that. But I don't think my first real kiss happened until I was 17, and I was so embarrassed about it. Like, I mean, I wasn't so embarrassed, but I just like, I thought it was something that I needed to worry about, but like, it's just so silly because you don't need to worry about that. I was kind of like waiting for the right time because I had really never had the right like time until I was 17, and it happened, and I was like, finally, like, yes, finally I got my first kiss. And I felt silly because everyone else had theirs in like middle school or something, but it's really, I mean, it just happens at different ages for everyone, and it's not something to be embarrassed about. Like, it's really not. And no, please don't be worried or embarrassed about that at all, because it's just, it's silly, and it's just not, it will happen. Just tell yourself that you're waiting for like the right moment, because you are, and when it's the right moment, it'll be so worth it that you waited for it. Okay, and this video is getting really long, I think, so I'm just gonna answer one more, and it's from Victoria710, and she says, how to survive junior year, LOL. So, there is a lot to this. Junior year was very, very hard, and I had a lot of, most nights I was staying up very late, trying like, well, it wasn't even really doing schoolwork. It was like I had so much work to do, but I just procrastinated the whole night. So the biggest thing that I can say is don't procrastinate, but like, is that really realistic? No. But just try to like stop procrastinating so much and putting off work until the last minute, because it's just gonna bite you in the butt. And just really try to have good time management and just put school before other things, and just remember that junior year is the year that colleges are looking at you most. So just remember that, and just really try your hardest on everything that you do, and try not to just be like, I don't care about this, like whatever, it's just junior year, because it's the biggest year, definitely the year you need to try the hardest, and it sucks, but you will get through it. So I'm guessing that you're a junior right now, and it's almost over. Like, girl, you just got a few months left, so you've already survived so much, so good job. Unless you're a sophomore, then I'm really sorry about the year you have ahead of you. But I mean, honestly, for me, first semester junior year wasn't even that bad. The second semester though, junior year, bit me in the butt. So I didn't have a terrible whole junior year, just the second semester was really hard for me, but that was just personally me. So that is my first advice video. I hope you guys liked it. Please like it down below if you did, because I really tried. I don't know, I think it was fun to do and have you guys ask me kind of different questions and things that you just might need help with. So let me know if you want to see these, maybe, probably not like every month, but maybe like every other month or every few months. I can definitely do one of these. And again, let me know name suggestions you have for these videos, because I have no clue. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this was helpful to some of you, and I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye!